Good morning, Kim. It's Friday, January 6th, and I'm going to talk about how I became a Harry Potter fan. Our story begins in 1999 or so, when the third book of Harry Potter came out in the USA, and my friend got it to me for my birthday, and I couldn't just read the third book at first, so my mom got me the first two books, and I read them, and they were cool. And then I read the third book, and that was cool, and then I got to read the fourth book, and that was even cooler, because, Voldemort came back and stuff. And so, then there was this little gap of time for about 3 years when nothing happened. And so that was when I really fermented my Harry Potter encyclopedic knowledge. And I reread the books obsessively, and I told everyone at school all these things about Harry Potter, and I first became known for the first time as, the Harry Potter guy. Then the fifth book came out, in 2003 when I was in 6th grade, Order of the Phoenix, and I woke up at like 5 in the morning, and my mom took me to the bookstore to get it, and I read it in like a day, and I did nothing else that day, and I just read it, and then the next time I went to school, I just talked to my friends about how awesome the book was, and then they read it, because Harry Potter was quite a thing at the time, there were like a couple of movies out already, and so then I did that. 2 years later, Half-Blood Prince came out, and after Half-Blood Prince came out, right after Half-Blood Prince came out, my best friend called me, and we talked for like 2 hours, and then he was like, "Wait, Arca, I think I know who R.A.P. is." And I was like, "No, you don't." But he was like, "No, I know. It's Sirius's brother, Regulus Black. Think about it. Who else has those initials?" And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "If you're right, that is crazy." And then he was right, obviously. And then it was 2007, and I had come back to America, and, the 7th book came out, and I didn't really have anyone to talk to about it with, but it was still really awesome, and I was sad because it ended, but it was also really good, and it was just so awesome. It's such a cool thing to have happened. And, then I reread the series once, and then I reread Deathly Hallows a couple of times, but I didn't really read the books much after that. But I hadn't really discovered the internet by then, and before Deathly Hallows came out, I discovered the HPANA and several other sites like Muggle. Well, I knew MuggleNet, but I didn't really use it that much. But then I started to get into the websites and the podcasts and the forums. Oh man, the forums. I learned about cons. Also, during this period, I discovered a passion for literary criticism, and suddenly I discovered tons of books about Harry Potter and its meaning and philosophy and implications and political views and a bunch of exciting stuff. And I'm still really interested in stuff like that. It's suddenly 2011. I went to my first Harry Potter conference at LeakyCon, and it was an awesome week, and I went to Hogwarts. Oh, by the way, all this time I had an obsession with Hogwarts. And I saw the last movie with my awesomest friends, and it was awesome. Kim, I'll see you tomorrow.